from Zion in the tournament?
I expect the first few rounds, Skip, because he's going to be playing against far inferior talent. And athletes, I expect them to have a lot of dunks. You probably see big games from Zion, especially in the early rounds.
Okay.
But as we start to progress, the talent level, not granted, no team is going to have the talent level that Duke is going to be able to put on the floor. But they will be more than what they'll see in, say, opening round and 32. So Zion shot 77% from the floor in the ACC tournament. He averaged 27 and 10. Those first two games that he played, Skip, might be as good as college basketball games if we've seen from any player this year. I mean, he's an absolute monster.
Syracuse, North Carolina.
Syracuse, North Carolina. And the putback that he got to give them the lead, which was ultimate, Skip, he shot the ball, hit the floor, and was back up before the guy that tried to block the shot beginning had even come down. And that's what I'm saying. He's such a quick leaper, is that he can get up, down, and back up again quicker than anybody that I've seen in a very long time. But I think the thing is, Skip, what they're going to run into a problem is that Duke is, their three-point shooting percentage is 340th out of 353 schools that play college basketball. That's not good. Zion doesn't shoot the three-point ball well. And you know what happens, Skip? You're going to have one of those games where you're not shooting. And if they're not shooting, and teams going to play them zone, they're too talented for you to play them, I'm going to make you shoot the ball over the top of me. They're too talented to try D-up man-to-man.
Yep.
The problem that you have is that when you play zone, they swing the ball so well, you're out of position, and then they get the rebound. And then Zion gets such good rebounding position on the weak side that the ball comes off, he grabs it, and the next thing you know, he's dunking it home on you.
Yep.
I don't believe they cut down the nets.
You don't?
I do not.
Wow.
I
Is that
do
the
not.
North Carolina and you speaking out?
Part of it.
Part
Yeah,
of it.
it's gonna
A lot
say.
of it.
No, some of it.
Yeah.
But we got some do, though.
We got due on this?
Yeah. Oh, you believe they cut down the net?
Yeah.
If you believe they cut down the
I
net,
do.
we got do.
I absolutely
Oh, well, we got
do.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, we got do.
Well, then it has to be Carolina cutting down the nets.
No.
Oh, you won't do that? Oh, so you don't have any faith in your Tar Heels?
I'm going to do you like you used to do. I'm going to give you Duke. I got the feel. They Tiger Woods. They the Tiger Woods of college basketball. They got the number 1, 2, 3 recruits in all of basketball.
That is gutless on your part.
Ain't
I
no
got to tell you.
I got to wear
tell
my
you,
do back.
You have no conviction
I
about
gotta
your
wear
Tar
my do-
Heels.
I got to wear my do back.
Your Tar Heels are a #1 seed.
We should have
right?
been. We should have been. Had we taken care of business, we should have been the number 1 overall seed.
Okay, so who's going to beat North Carolina in the Midwest? Nobody.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how does
Houston, Kansas?
how
No.
does Kansas get to stay in the Midwest?
I don't
and
know.
you get to they can be playing in Kansas.
Okay, well, whatever. They're not very good. Trust me. I've watched them a lot. They're not Kansas.
Well, good.
Okay, they finally got dethroned in the Big 12 for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
Tar
Okay.
Heel, baby.
Okay, so you're good to go. You're just going to cakewalk to the Final Four.
No, don't do that. No,
And then you're going to play Virginia from your conference. You got that? You got them?
Man, Virginia slowed the ball down.
Also, you don't have any faith against
You're not worried?
Carolina against Virginia.
They beat us twice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They did beat you twice. So you think that's where you fall out?
Yeah, the final year.
Really?
Get us.
You're already picking against your Tar
I'm
Heels?
not. I'm saying we could possibly run into problems there.
Okay.
But I think it should be very smooth sailing up until we get to that point.
I got Duke to win it all for 1 case of Diet Duke. Thank you very much. And I'll take Duke I'll give you the field. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
Because you don't have any guts.
I do.
You've been on such a terrible losing streak. I'm going to just
I don't
give
know.
you a case back.
I'm trying
going
to
to
figure-
push it right here for you, right
I
in the middle
don't
of the
know
table.
how you keep winning these bets. You the lucky. You should have played a
Luckiest?
lot. Yeah, you lucky. Cause we had first of all, Skip, we had Duke down by like 4 or 5 points.
You did.
With like 2 minutes to go.
I watched.
So
And I kept thinking, I got Zion. I got
Whatever.
Zion.
You sure it's luck, Shannon? I
Whatever.
don't
You know
if
what?
It's luck.
Zion is a man among kids. That's how, you know what? He's like a big-hearted bully who doesn't know his own strength.
Yes.
He's not like, he doesn't have bully in him. He can't help himself. He just bullies the whole game because he's so much better and more explosive than any other kid on the court, right? I told you the other day, He's like a big ball of fiery joy.
Yeah.
He doesn't like spit fire. He just emanates joy. He
does.
plays so hard every possession. He's diving on the floor. He's crashing the boards. He's blocking shots. He is disrupting the other team.
Yeah.
And remember, he has the second best player in college basketball as his sidekick.
Yes.
He's got the best coach in college basketball sitting on his bench,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And he's got one of the best, maybe not the best, but one of the best point guards in Trey Jones.
Well, he
he
got
can't
the-
shoot. He can't
The
really.
best defensive point guard, Jones, is his own ball.
Whew.
And
Okay.
that pass he made the other night, Skip, Zion got the rebound, and then he threw the
I
ball.
know
yeah.
it was big time.
And then he goes through three. He dribbled the ball. He brought the ball up the court. He gets it. He covers it like he's a running back, comes out and dunks it.
I'm thinking back in my memory of all the NCAAs I used to cover, and I'm going back to who was the guy that was must-see. And it's obviously Zion this year, but like last year, DeAndre Ayton, he was going to be the first pick in the draft.
They
But
got
nobody
blown the
really
doors
cared.
off.
Yeah, I picked him last year to win it all, and they lose to Buffalo in
Yeah.
the first round.
Right.
Get
Yeah.
shot out of the gym by what?
I can't remember, Skip. I can't
Okay.
remember a player. You remember when UNLV, when they had Larry Johnson and Stacey Ogden
Okay.
and Greg Anthony? That was a team, Loyola Marymount, when they had Hank Gathers and Bo Kimball. They were scoring 100
Okay,
unheard
but
of.
you got to go back to Danny Manning.
Yes.
Carmelo was, for me,
Right.
a big guy, even though he wasn't that highly, like it was LeBron's draft.
Okay.
But Carmelo carried Syracuse
Right.
to that championship.
But
as a
he didn't.
freshman.
But Carmelo was unbelievable. But he didn't get the buzz like this kid. Skip, you got to go back to Magic. You got to go back to Magic and Bird to think about
Maybe.
what a guy.
Because
Individual
remember, there's Ewing.
Yes.
There was Sampson.
Right.
There was Olajuwon.
Right.
But I'm with you. To get this buzz, you got to go to Magic Bird. And I was there in Salt Lake City in
Yeah.
1979. And that's when the NCAA's got put on the national map by those two.
You will never see. I mean, you'll never see that again. You'll never see Bird and Magic again, Skip.
Yeah.
That's a once in a lifetime. And I remember watching that game, Magic and Gregory Kelser. How Larry Bird got that team. That team. I mean, because it was Larry Bird. I can't recall no other player on that roster. It was just Larry.
I just read a story about one of them, and I can't remember his name. But whatever. I know. I got it. I got it. It was Larry. And yet, Magic had a little more help because he had a sidekick
Yeah,
who was
Gregory
really
Kelser
good.
was jumping out the gym.
Yeah, he didn't live up in pro basketball
he
to
didn't.
that,
Right.
but he was still better than anything Larry Bird had.
Exactly.
But still,
But this kid is box office, Skip.
Yep.
Because watching him, and they put up all this stuff on YouTube last year, and all his highlights on Twitter and IG,
Yeah.
and he's dunking. But you looking at him, he's dunking on these little kids. Like, come on, man, why are you dunking on?
He's
little
still
man?
doing that.
Yeah, but not yet. Now he's dunking on guys that's in college.
yep.
I like that you describe him with the word joy because I think it is true. He loves his teammates. He loves to play. He loves his coaches. He's not fazed by the hype and the energy. It
Doesn't
just
seem to be.
keeps building on
Yeah.
it.
No.
So, Shannon, sorry, the Lakers, though, that